What's going on, all you Volvo people? Dapper Dill. We're going for another video of us tearing down this 2.3. So right now what we're going to work on is getting the valve cover off. That way we can get to the studs to take the entire head off. And we'll work on getting some of these tubes off. These extra ones just hanging there. Now I don't like how this is all covered in, I don't know if it's oil, I don't know if it's from the transmission, I don't know what it is, but hopefully there's not a crack anywhere. Once we really clean the engine up, we'll be able to see if there's any minor cracks or anything wrong from the inside. As for the V70R, we're just waiting on some parts to come in because the shifter cables broke when I was replacing the reverse switch. So this is out of service right now. Had the entire center console ripped out. And then tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, the part should be in. But I work all day, so Wednesday this thing should be fixed and back up and running. And we're also getting some new tires for it. These are super cheap tires I got off Car ID. Some off-brand. I don't even remember what they are. Something I never heard of. I got all four for $300. Super cheap. And we're replacing these with some Indy, some Firehawk Indy 500s, which will be some really good tires for this car right now. Summer performance. Don't want all seasons. I have winter tires to put on in the winter time, so the summertime we do performance. And that bird will not shut up. One of the reasons why I'm so glad to be out of here is because that bird annoys the shit out of me. These things are rotted. Whoa. Not sure why there was clear liquid coming out of that. Maybe it was just moisture. We'll take the oil cooler off, try not to make a mess doing that. Looks like a pretty thick Torx bit. Might be a T30, might be bigger. We have oil. That's junk. Try to let this finish dripping. We'll pry these two off. They should both be, that one needs to be loosened up a little more. This one's loose. There's definitely water in there. Unless that's just coolant that's supposed to flow through. And this is the coolant line. Just then that would make sense. Make a lot more sense. We won't need this, we're gonna upgrade to another one anyway. Few degrees cooler for the oil as always. Should be good for a higher power build. We're just leaking a little bit of oil now. Guess we'll start taking the valve cover off. And that's probably a 10 mil. A whole lot of 10 millimeter bolts. That should be all of them. Big old bag of bolts. Come on, bracket. There we go. Not sure what this bracket's for now that I've taken everything off. But we'll put all the screws back in it. That way we don't lose them. These 3 bolts can go back into here. That way I don't lose those. I can't wait to get this engine cleaned up. It's filthy. That's what 170,000 miles does. Oh, I have an itch. I'm gonna have to clean my camera after this. Keep touching it and touching the engine with dirty hands. But this is not a sponsored video at all. You guys haven't heard of Black Rifle Coffee. They make super good coffee, and they just came out with these espresso mocha pre-made coffee drinks, and they're super good. 200 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm not sure what this piece is. It covered right here. But I'm going to try to find out. I have no idea. If you guys know, just leave a comment down below. Help me educate myself. Now I'd imagine we need a pry bar to get this cover off. We just give it a... Probably shouldn't be doing this, but I am. I'm gonna have a pile of miscellaneous bolts because I keep leaving some on top. That makes sense on why it's not coming off. I forgot a screw that was kind of hidden. And there we are. Put this back on. All right. Now I don't want to have to take the pulleys off. There's one little screw I'm going to back out a little bit that it's getting caught on. Alright. There we go. Well, we're inside the head. Another screw hiding inside of the coil. Well, so I can definitely see why there was oil. Can definitely see why there was oil in the coil packs. There's the O-rings were broken. This one's cracked. That one's cracked right in the middle right there. This one was like coming off. I don't know if it was actually broken. This one's obviously broken, missing a huge chunk. This one's broken as well. Now we have the 12 stud bolts that need to come out. So when you take the bolts out, you want to do it, you don't want to just do it randomly taking them out. You want to start at one point and then work your way in a circle. And then when you put the head back on, you want to do the same thing. That is flooded with oil in there. Let's find out what size these are. Probably 14. The head studs are 14 millimeter. We'll use an impact if it fits. The impact barely fits, so we'll use a chrome socket. That does not want to come out. Big tool not working. Those fuckers are really on there. The air impact is not taking these head studs off either, so I don't know. Maybe we try explosives? Let's stick some dynamite in the holes, some C4, blow up this aluminum head, just scrap the whole project. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be torqued that tight. Unless it's just from just the use, the 170,000 miles. That's why it's not coming off. Breaker bar time! I honestly don't think this will be long enough to actually do anything. We'll see. We did it! And now we gotta do that with every single one. Moving the whole fucking engine. Oh, I'm tipping over on myself. It's a fucking workout. Fuck. Don't want to bust my knuckles doing this. Yeah, only 6 more to go. No big deal. This fucking thing's moving everywhere. There's no brakes on it. It's just trying to roll away. I already do that one. That's the one I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. Four more. Almost done. Back with a new battery and water. I'm not as hydrated as a person should be. Here we go. That's all of them. They're all up. Let's pull it off, maybe. I mean, it should pull off. 10 millimeter. Where are you? Oh, that's a 12. 10. Where have you gone? There's my 10 millimeter. Thought I lost you for a second. It's not a 10, it's a 12. Just kidding, it is a 10, wrong one. Got a mallet this time. Softer on it. Okay. It's heavy, but not like super heavy. It's just awkward. I'm stuck. And it fits right there. Let's take the head gasket off and reveal what's underneath. I don't know how a bunch of dirt got in there. Stuck around that. No cracks, that's a really good sign. So this is the 2.3 block. The R block, which is 2.5 liter, this gap is bigger, so the cylinder walls between each cylinder are thinner, and that's where they commonly break. This one looks good. There's no cracks anywhere around, which is a great sign. And with the R's, this little crack goes all the way through for cooling. I'm not sure how effective this little slot is for cooling, so I'll find out. If it's not really necessary, we'll go ahead and shim that just as a precaution, which means we'll just stick a piece of metal in there to fill that gap. That way they can't expand right there and break. Obviously the fifth cylinder has problems with cooling compared to the rest of them. It runs hotter in the fifth one, which means we're gonna find a way to get better cooling to this. I believe there is a way. I talked to someone at a machine shop. They've sleeved Volvo blocks before. They have a method to make sure this gets the cooling it needs. That way you don't have all this buildup on top. But overall, it looks good right now. We're gonna go ahead and clean the rest of the block up. Make sure everything else looks good too. We're gonna drop the oil pan and continue on with this. So obviously after seeing this, it looks great, makes me happy. It's going well so far. The engine looks good, I'm excited to build it. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Stay up to date with this build. Might even have to say it'll be the fastest Volvo V70R. Maybe not in the US, maybe in like New England. I know Shifting Lanes is building one too, but their turbo's smaller. It's gonna be smaller. They have the R block that's shimmed. It's not fully built. And it doesn't have the forged internals, as far as I know. It'll be faster than theirs, no doubt. I guarantee it. It'll be a while though. It'll be a long process, but a fun build. But if you enjoyed this so far, want to stay up to date with the build, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll be doing more Volvo related content as the weather gets warmer. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Have a happy quarantine. Goodbye.